Hello, music lovers. It's your girl, Corina Avalos. Your music and radio plug with Up in the Mix presents Heavy on the Honey. My girl, Grace, is here today with me. I am so excited to have her. I've been dying to have her on for a couple months now. But the universe aligned today, and we get to chop it up. Welcome. Thank you for making time for me. I know you're like the busiest human being ever.
Oh my gosh, I'd make time for you any day.
Thanks, Queen.
You're welcome.
Period. I know that, we spent a little bit of time together earlier today, but how was your day for the most part?
It was good, very eventful. Feeling good vibes today. There's been a lot of just cool energy opportunities that have been coming through today. So feeling good vibes today.
Yup.
Yeah.
I told you that. I told you when I read your birth chart, I was like, Queen, stay locked in because things are going to be coming your way. Yes. And then the career front is looking so good for you. But speaking of career, let's give my girl a shout out. She just got what I would call a promotion almost.
Crazy.
She gets to help clients with Christian music clients with getting onto the DSPs and locking in with important people to get playlists. And I know that's kind of like a new avenue for you coming from Synch and also being an artist yourself. So I do think that you wanting to help them comes from you also being a creative.
Yes. No, I feel like everything currently at the moment that I'm doing to help people is also feeding my own soul, my own artistry, and being an independent artist that can kind of speak other artists' language. So it's really cool to see me be able to do it and discern how to do it in the professional world, but also in my own creative and artistic endeavors.
Yeah. And I know that we've had these conversations off camera where I do think that something that, divides the music industry are for the folks that, when they come into the business, of course, it's a lucrative business. Not everybody gets to work in the music business. So we are very
Fortunate. Yeah, it's a blessing for sure.
It is a blessing because it's also super cool, but it's also incredibly hard. So the fact that we have the best intentions when it comes to the creative side of everything, and the fact that you are a creative, you are a producer, and in an industry that is dominated by men, you literally are slaying in production. She produces her own music, produces her sync stuff. So I'm just like, the coolest girl I know. Coolest girl I know.
Stop it. You're hyping me up. You're good at this. You're so good. You're so good at this.
These are truths, though. These are truths. That's why I wanted to have you on the pod, because not only are you incredibly young, but you're so knowledgeable. And, I just see the drive in you. And you shared with me that you used to lock yourself in your room just trying to learn production.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Growing up, my parents were they weren't concerned. They were just like, "What is she doing down there?" Because we had a basement. It was like a nice basement. It wasn't just like an unfinished
dungeon,
like a dungeon. It basically was my dungeon because I was the only one that used it. But so I guess a little backstory. Growing up, I figured out what GarageBand was, my mom's MacBook computer, when I was 12, and I heard original music all the time, and I was like, everyone's doing this. This is normal. Everyone should be creating their own stuff. So one day, I took my mom's computer and recorded into the microphone of the computer. I was just sitting there, no metronome, nothing was quantized. It was just pretty awful, honestly. And I made my own first original song. But I've been doing that for years. I was just scribbling things on pieces of paper, and I taught myself piano by ear because I would just listen to things and try to recreate it. But I remember showing them my first products that was on a computer, and they were like, "Oh my God, what cover is that?" I was like, "Oh no, I made it myself." I genuinely thought that everyone did it because you hear music everywhere, and there's so much of it in the grocery store or in the car, anywhere you go has some kind of content and music being played. So I thought it was normal. And then when I found out it wasn't, I had a whole awakening, and I was like, "Oh gosh." I thought I was cursed because you can't really stop the influx of like creativity once you know and you have access to it. I know this is all from like something greater. I don't know if people are spiritual or on this podcast, but like for real, like I don't credit anything just from me being me. So like it was really cool to figure out that like I had this access that not everyone has.
Yeah.
I just heard full songs in my head when I was really young, but I wasn't always good at it. Like it wasn't something that came easy. I had to like lock myself in my basement in high school and learn GarageBand. And then I was like, let me get Logic, like closer to college. And I learned guitar, moved to Nashville, and just started realizing that producing could be a career for me. But it wasn't something I chose. Like producing, like I kind of just became a producer, but it wasn't something I chose. It was just something that was always very natural for me to like try to translate all my thoughts onto a product, but like to do it in a quicker way, because at first it was not quick. It wasn't just something I was good at. Like everyone's like, how do you do this? Like it takes you, like I can translate it faster now, but it wasn't just something that was like from inception from the beginning. It took a lot of hours of being alone. Kind of lonely at some points. Still kind of is. But like that's the positives and negatives of being in the music industry, I guess.
I actually have heard that a lot by some of like the best producers that I've ever connected with. How they notice, obviously cooking up with other people is always nice because you're like you have company, but they really enjoy those isolated moments because they're taking whatever is like coming out in their brain into reality. But I do also think being woo-woo again, bringing it back to the woo-woo.
I don't know like where to look. Like, do I look here or do I look here? I'm like looking straight, but I realize there's nothing I'm looking at. Sorry.
No, look her being such a Pisces queen.
You remember that?
Pisces people are so creative. Like every Pisces I've ever met has been a painter, a poet, producer, a performer, a singer.
That's crazy.
So it's just like you guys are very creative people, but you guys are also very much like you can work by yourselves very well because you're already so creative on your own. So I think that you're doing exactly what's in line with your journey in this life.
Thank you.
And you're so good at it.
Oh my God.
I always say, I literally just asked you to send me your EDM.
Yeah. Because I was like,
audios because they're so good.
I'll make like last week or like literally like a few days ago. So with Synch stuff, which is like music for TV and film, which can be a whole nother debrief because I just came back from a conference of like pitching my music in LA. You have to be very well versed as a producer and as a songwriter, because I'm a songwriter first from the beginning. I love writing and poetry and lyricism. But yeah, I was making like an orchestral arrangement earlier this week at a studio. And then like last night I was like, let me take Fisher's song, like Losing It by Fisher, and like top line it and just make a new like affirmation song. So you have to be very well versed in like all genres. And I have a lot of my artist stuff and like ED or producer stuff I'm working on for like my own EP and artist projects. But with TV and film, you're serving another piece of art. So you have to be very versatile in like all genres, which is honestly humbling and like makes me detach from art in a more like sustainable way. Because if I was attached to everything I did, I would be drowning. And I say that from personal experience and like the mental health side of things, because that's a whole nother, with being in the music industry, you are very automatically attached to everything. And mental health is just always something you have to be very aware of. As we all, you're like nodding, you're like, yeah. Camera guys like, yes. No, all my songs kind of revolve around mental health in general. They're like vertically inspired and like faith adjacent, which is a term that I've been using lately. Shout out Amber. No one's gonna know.
But shout her out.
Shout out Amber from Nashville and Signs, because she gave up her She gave a term for vertically inspired, which is faith adjacent. And everything I make is faith adjacent, but it's also can go into the non-secular space.
There's a lot of people in the business that get into it for the wrong reasons, but there are also really good people that want to advocate for the creatives.
It's like a double-edged sword.
Absolutely.
Like, it's like so beautiful because you meet so many cool people.
Yes.
Especially like traveling and like when worlds collide, and like sometimes I meet some of the coolest people across the country who already live in Nashville, and I'm like, why does it take for me to go across the country to meet you like where you're 2 minutes down the street from me? It can be like really awesome people or people who haven't quite figured it out yet how to be a person that exists amongst other people. the motives.
Yes, the motives.
Yeah.
But I do think that if you have the relationship with a higher power, which is God, and that seems to be a common denominator with the people that are the most successful.
That's so true. Because like everyone I just met at this conference, like loves, I don't want to say loves Jesus because I don't know what religion people have, but like they're very attached to like knowing it's not just from them. And I feel like having that level of detachment is so like important because like not just as a fact, but as like a truth. Like it's like, we all are creators, created from the creator, creating. And so, you know what I mean? That's in the artist way. Also, I started reading that like a while ago, but I need to get back into it. It's the book that Doechii, like now she's popping off. She posted like YouTube videos about that when she was starting that book, and they like are blowing up now.
Right.
She's blowing up that book, which is awesome. But yeah, we're all part of the creator, and we have to be like humbly obedient to understand that and to like exist amongst all creators. Because if we're very like, you kind of have to be a narcissist to be an artist.
Yes.
A little bit.
But balance it.
It's the balancing key.
Balance.
And that's the thing. Like after graduation, I was like a year and a half where I was performing full time, doing music full time, producing full time, somehow making a living, barely paying my rent. Like it was tight. But I was so like dependent and just like all in on like my artistry that it became toxic. And so like starting working at a label, doing stuff for film and TV, and also filling my own bucket with my artistry, it's been so much more of like a balanced ecosystem because every bucket is like working together in like a greater sense, not just like me.
Yeah.
Which a lot of artists have to find the balance because like you don't really choose to be an artist. I didn't, at least. Like there's people that do want to be a pop star. No shame on that. Totally understand that. There needs to be, you know, the Tate McRae's and Sabrina Carpenter's, but like no shame to them because they're so incredible. Like go off queens. But like that will not be me. I will not be doing that, and that's totally fine. But it's like the balance of trying to figure out how you exist in the artist world.
Something that exactly connected me with you was the fact that I saw that you wore multiple hats when we connected.
And you also do everything. Like this girl's like interviewing everyone, but she does everything, and she is just as knowledgeable as like 25 people, the greatest minds in a room combined. Like she can have knowledge from like she's on her computer doing work and I'm doing my work, but I'm like, I don't even know what she's doing in like the best way. Like she's like in the admin royalty world, and then she's like managing artists, and I'm like, I don't know how she's. So I think the same thing about you. Like just as much as you think it this way about other people, like I hope you know that people think the same way about you.
I just like to give my flowers where the flowers are due. While they're alive. Because people like to do that when they're gone.
Oh, that's a song right there.
Period. I'm a poet, by the way.
She's literally a poet.
I'm literally a poet.
What are we?
Lucky Libra with her lucky Pisces counterpart. But, you know, I do think that we met at such a very important time in both of our lives. You know, we met at a Christian record label.
Crazy.
Both of us, you know, kind of were down. And we needed Jesus.
Yes.
And so I think it's so funny that where we were at just a couple months ago and where we're now is
crazy.
Amazing. Yeah.
No, divine timing is crazy. And like, I'm so grateful for the job I have and also just the people I've met. And like, there always is like, you know, when everything comes crashing down at once, like, you totally understand that. I understand that. Everyone probably understands that. And you're like, why is this happening to me?
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, flash forward, like, I guess now a year almost since, like, my whole life kind of crumbled. A lot of things crumbled. We don't have to go into it, but I'm like, wow, like, this was all happening for me. And, like, the whole, like, you've kind of, like, inspired me with, like, all your knowledge about everything. Like, crazy office talks we have just in the corporate world.
You know, I would say that you are my saving grace. You know, being freelance for the time that I was freelance, I kind of got to do whatever I wanted to. So then having to go into an office, like, it's kind of an experience within itself again.
The structure is, like, annihilating. You're like, what?
Yeah, because, you know, I worked from home for years.
Yeah, with COVID.
And so then, like, gosh, having you there was like fucking nice. Oh, sorry, I swear.
Swearing.
I swear. Oh my god.
Wait, so you worked at Universal, correct?
I did. Yes. I was there for a long time and loved it. Loved my team. Loved my former boss. He's such a sweetheart. He taught me essentially everything I know about Excel. So
still need to learn Excel.
I mean, Excel is an animal within itself. Yeah. But I mean, you know, at the end of the day, a lot of the people that are in admin are people that also wanted to be on the creative side, but then we just kind of like ended up there. Yeah. Like, we're so creative, but like.
But you're like.
We gotta pay bills.
You're building up. Yeah. You're building up because I worked in operations for 6 months before I moved to like a very creative role. And so like, it's been an adjustment to learn. Now that I know that I have the knowledge of the metadata side, it's like now in the creative role. But it's been so cool to see how they work together. And like, honestly, like one of the biggest blessings. I'm for just shouting out work all the time here. But like, it is though, because like when I was like before that, it was just like, now I'm able to do music from a whole different point of view.
Like you have other experience, like where you're like, oh, I need to make sure this is covered. Yeah. When I do my own shit. So yeah.
And we're all like, it's not just the artist and the label or the publisher and the rep and the manager. Like, it's like, everyone's on the same playing field. Like, that's the main thing I've realized. It's like, when there is an ego, you don't have to say, like, you don't even have to say anything. Like, you can feel the ego in the room.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And like, what I've realized is like, to be just humble. I don't want to be like, I'm so humble, because that's like not humble. But like, you know what I mean? Like, whenever someone gives me a compliment, I can't take it because I know that like, I don't know. I just can't take a compliment. I think that's a girl thing. Like, and also as a producer, like, I don't want to seem too nice or too like accepting of a compliment because there's not many producers in Nashville, female producers in Nashville, or in general. Which I have like a girls group. That's a whole nother thing. I have like a female girls group that I made with my friend Sarah Bustillo called Girls Who Write, which your girlfriend should come to that.
Yes.
Yeah. Olivia.
Right.
Olivia should come to it. She's a songwriter. But we made it for empowering females in the music industry. And yeah, me and Sarah have just been like, we already have like 100 emails on the email list. And we've had 2 official meetings so far with like guest speakers and song shares and all that fun jazz. But we're trying to make a space where females feel like empowered. And there's not as much room between like when you go to these groups, it's like networking groups, it's like people who have had like 5 Grammys and worked at all the labels and 20 years apart. And you're like, the music industry has changed in the past 5 years. And if you don't know that, you're a dinosaur. And sorry, that was a little intense. But
no,
like,
it's true. If she loves them, okay?
If you're not, I actually love dinosaurs. Yes.
She has them in her house. Like dead ass.
There's like 3 dinosaurs on my desk. I don't want to talk about it. It's just like something that keeps coming up.
And Matt can co-sign.
But he knows way more about dinosaurs. I'm just like the aesthetic fan of dinosaurs.
Yes.
But I don't even know what else.
Well, Girls Who Write.
Yes.
That is definitely like any girls in Nashville, LA, New York, anywhere. This is going to go global, okay? But
worldwide.
Specifically for the city of Nashville, my girl Grace has started with her friend this amazing movement where she's getting together a group of girls. We're the new face of the industry because you're exactly right. There is a turnover and change in the business And so we really just got to find that community within ourselves and really empower each other.
Yes. That was so well said. Yeah. It's just like, it's creating the community and like starting the conversation, because most times people are too afraid to start the conversation. And there's a lot of great groups in Nashville, but I always felt like, at least in college, I was so nervous and intimidated, and my anxiety was just like eating me alive, like going to these networking events. And that's, you know, that's supposed to happen. But I've been seeing really cool things happen, like just in the past 2 meetings, like people are already getting coffee and like collaborating, and it's like all people within like the same like headspace of just like, we want to learn, we want to grow, we're all on the same page, whether if you've won a Grammy or you're just starting to write songs, like there's no ego. And so that's what we kind of wanted to make. It's cool.
I appreciate that coming from you. I don't want to get dark or say that, or even be that type of person that says, I see a common denominator because it is women. Because, you know, that could be a lie. You know, some people may still be stuck in those old ways of thinking that misogynistic thoughts. And so I do think that rewiring your brain to realize that girls can be a safe haven for you.
The thing is, like, we do exist in a world where, like, a lot of my friends are males, because a lot of them aren't audio or instrumentalists, and like, and I have a twin brother, so like, I just gel really well with like guys, but I also am a girl's girl. Like, I have a lot of girlfriends from both spectrums, so like, it's not just like a cutting out men thing. It's just like, there's something really special when girls come together, and there's a really cool energy. And same with production, there's cool energy that comes out that wouldn't be otherwise made if there was a guy in the room. Like, just, it's just a comfort level. Sorry, I know you're a dude. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
We love the video guy, okay?
Yes. We love the video guy. He's one of the girls. I literally grew up with a twin brother, and we're like besties. We're so close. There's something really cool about a girls group. It's just an energy thing. I don't know how else to describe it.
I just want to make a note of it. We are not saying that all men are like this.
No.
However, historically, it has been a thing where the music industry is predominantly men. There is a boys club, and you're fucking lying if you're saying that there's not, because there is. But if you can't beat them, dismantle them.
Dismantle.
So I love to say that, because we will not be joining them. Okay, we will not be co-signing any of these unacceptable behavior, but what we will do is uplift other women to be empowered, confident enough to get up to those positions and to own their craft, which is production, songwriting,
women in
singing.
STEM. Yes,
women in STEM, exactly.
Yes.
And so then we are the future. Who run the world? Girls. So
yes, I always say, world domination, females take over.
And I'm not mad at that.
Yeah. Like, that would just be so cool. Like, I could see it in theaters, just like, world domination, females.
And she will be the Synch licensed music.
I will get that placed. And also, I will have the song in the movie, hopefully, that is placed.
And there will be a dinosaur.
There will be multiple dinosaurs everywhere. There's going to be spawning from all ends.
I told you guys would love my girl Grace. I'm so happy that I got to have you on.
Yes.
She's literally an angel. She's out here advocating for artists because she is an artist. And that's honestly what will bring you success in the industry. You don't want to hit. You want to make artists great. So you want to develop them. And especially considering you are an artist and a producer and you're in sync, all of the things. And now, obviously, an organizer of a committee.
Crazy.
Period. Don't forget to lock in with my girl Grace. Plug in your socials.
Yes. So Instagram is at Grace, Grace, Pelle, P like Peter, Ellee. My Instagram and TikTok are just EE, but really it's Pelle. But yeah, at Grace Pelle, TikTok and Instagram, Spotify, YouTube. Yeah. I'm trying to think of anything else.
Oh, yeah. The email sign-in for your...
Oh, yes. Girls Who Write Instagram, sign up email list, even if you're not in Nashville. And we can create a beautiful community together of females in music and creatives. I think that's it. Like, yeah, just Grace Pelle anywhere. Just Google or Spotify or all the things.
This is my girl, Grace Pelle. So happy I got to have her on Heavy on the Honey. This is your girl, Corina, your music and radio plug with Up in the Mix.